just the normal, the normal stuff. Okay. Getting a little bit of a spike in crude here suddenly, which we might get a chance to work on. We're getting normal. Hold on. There we go. So who knows? We'll see. We got all kinds of things to look at, but yet we're going basically nowhere. Okay. This is what we have in today's market. Okay. A bunch of nothing that is very quick, very fast. And, if we get an opportunity, great. If we don't, we won't. Again, we can't. It is not our job to force the trade. Okay. That's very simple. It's our job to find the best opportunity. Certainly, we could have one right here. And what time is it? Did I miss it? No, this is right. Okay. So we could look at the euro currency right now, which we're watching. I guess this would have been, this is the bar we're watching right here. This just changed. So, I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I missed that. I'm not really, now I'm confused. Either way, if I missed it, I missed it. I can't worry about what I may or may have missed. There isn't all that many to begin with. Okay. So, all we're really doing is waiting for the opportunities to appear and waiting to, see if indeed we get them. Okay. So I was right. Okay. So in the meantime, do we have one here in crude? Pretty close. I mean, again, it certainly somewhat qualifies. So we'll take a look at it. Again, it's not as clean and as pure as I'd like, but let's see how it trades from here. And we can make that decision. Okay. And that is, what our business is about making this. It got MB60 at 37. Okay. Well, 37 can't be confirmation if you're using 4 minutes. Okay. It's got to be 30 after the 38. But again, it's fine. You're cool. Okay. But 30, it's 30, 34. I apologize. I am wrong. I'm on the wrong time frame altogether. You're 100% correct. My apologies. My bad. I made a mistake. I got, listen, I use different time frames sometimes and I'm confused. You're correct. 32 is the 32, 36. So 37 is correct. I screwed up. Okay. There you go. Okay. I made a mistake. You're 100% correct. Okay. I'm wrong. So that's what happens when I use too many things and there's not enough going on, and I'm losing my focus and my concentration because there's nothing to do. In the meantime, we're waiting for a potential in crude. Okay. And it ain't going to come here. So let's just go here for a minute and see what's going on. Okay. And again, none of these will do anything until 48. And so we're basically we're going to watch crude. That's right now for this particular time. We're going to be watching the crude oil. Okay. And what price did you enter in on the 6E? As long as you're in, I'll watch it. In the meantime, if we get into crude 67.11, it'd be the stop. 67. Okay. 35. Okay, we're up to 40. Good. Up to 44. Good. $11735. It's 11744 right now. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. So you made a mistake too. Okay, good. So no entry in crude, on to the next minute. Okay. No entry in crude on to the next minute. All right, that's fine. Hey, like I said, this isn't exactly the greatest environment. Okay. Um, this is a tough environment. Okay. Um, you know, um, this is a very challenging environment. Okay, which we've said many times. You have no action. You've got very little bit happening here. So you have to be extra. Now look again. You've got a second blow off back to back in crude now, which is fine. So we did not jump too early to get in. So now we've got a secondary chance, and our stop now would be 23. Okay. 23 would be the stop if we find an entry. Now we haven't found an entry yet, but if we find an entry, 23 would be the stop. Okay. And that is what we're watching. Okay. Again, I wish there was a lot more to do, but sometimes there just isn't. So there's nothing that I can do about it. I can't make them happen. Okay. As much as I would like to. Okay. So we sit back, we watch, we wait, and we'll see. Now this is going to be an entry. Now here's the secondary problem in crude. Okay. Do you want to jump in with a little bit more risk than usual? Okay. I took 02. Okay. But I don't, if you don't want to take it, it's a little bit bigger risk than normal because now it came back so far, on the blowback, so to speak, that, now you want to assess the risk involved. I took it at 02, stop at 23. Okay. So, certainly it's the right trade, but again, you want to assess your risk. And when you're assessing risk, you're also assessing the markets. Okay. The market, the time of the markets and what's going on in general. Okay. So if anybody took it, let me know. And if you didn't take it, again, there's nothing wrong with missing a trade. Okay. Because there'll be plenty of trades. But these conditions are so fast and so, ridiculously whippy, okay, that, you want to be extra careful so that you don't get yourself tricked. Okay, 6701 and didn't take it. Okay, in at 02. Okay, in at 01. Okay, so here we are. So let's see what happens. Again, we can see, that we've got, tiny profit at the moment, and I mean tiny. Okay. But we'll see if it works. Now again, all I'm saying to you is that there's not, you're assessing the entire situation, and that's the mindset you are creating for yourself. Is not only is it a trade, but is the risk worth it based on what's in front of you? Okay. So we're not in an environment where we're really accepting of more risk yet, because we don't have a market that is busy enough like we had for those who were around during the COVID days. It was wild, okay, and they were busy and wild. So we were willing to take more risk because of the opportunity that was created. Okay, now, hold on one second. So we have to, again, always assess the situations. Okay, that is always the case. Okay, is assessing the overall. It's not really a true risk reward, but it's a risk. Okay, that you have to take. I took 60, but didn't see the stop correctly. Okay, look, you may make mistakes here and there. Those are acceptable. Again, nobody is going to be perfect, and nobody's going to make every perfect trade. But where you have to be perfect is in your risk management in general, okay, and your decision making on is it really or are you imagining that the pattern exists that you're looking for. So as we go back, okay, so now as you look at the euro currency, okay, you do have a potential. Again, this would fit without this for sure. But even with this in the next two bars, you could evaluate, okay, what you are seeing. And again, do you want to take it? And the answer probably is no. But certainly, if you did take a trade from that, it would not be the worst trade ever made. And it certainly has some qualification to it. Again, there's a lot to learn in the world of trying to day trade and assessing. Hold on a second. Help me. Hold on 1 second, please. Sorry. I got a trade on. I can't watch it at the moment. How about that? Yeah. But I got to help somebody out here real quick. Give me a sec. Give me a sec and I'll be. Okay. So, here we are with, nowhere going in the crude. I mean, we got a small profit. Okay. The euro currency is, made it. You guys are, if you're in and you didn't get stopped out by mistake, you're still making money. You're profitable. Okay. Again, you're not getting huge movement, but you may want to look at potentially moving the stop to break even. Okay. Again, why would we move faster? Well, because we've got a market that is moving faster, that we don't want to get stuck out on the range, just in case. Okay. We don't want to get caught in in a bad spot because of the speed of which this market is moving. Okay. So once again, it comes back to the simplicity of understanding exactly the whatchamacallit, the overall view that you're looking at. Okay, you just want to make sure that you are always defending your capital. I did not move my stop on crude yet. You certainly can move it to break even now if you want to. You got about $100 or so, or depending on which contract you trade. Okay. These sessions are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. But it certainly is. It's no crime to move it now if you want. Again, we're weighing the entire battle is not only making the right trade, making a good trade, but also the ability to decide not to take a trade and to make the decision. When I teach it, you can only teach X, right? I can only teach you a roundabout, but I can't teach every individual circumstance that comes up and shows. Okay. Which is always something that we have to be, ready for. Okay. Every situation, we don't know every single situation that will show up in markets. Okay. Yes, the entry came from the one. Okay. It came right here. Okay. We were looking to sell it. The red bar indicated a sell. It did come down. And again, some might have moved their stop to break even. You're still profitable right now, or we're still profitable right now if you took the trade. Okay. We're not gigantically profitable, but we're now about even. Okay. So, we have, again, all we're doing is preparing and putting ourselves in the best position at all times. Okay. And knowing that every trade is not a winner, every trade is not going to be a winner. But if we continue to always defend properly, then we're going to be in the best possible shape. Okay. Now, again, you can see, as usual, as expected, on a daily basis, volume is sunk to zero. Okay. So now it's a question of waiting for, for an opportunity. And, stop it. Okay, listen, profit is profit. Okay, it's not great, right? It's not what you're looking for. Someone once said to me, better to be wishing you were in a trade than wishing you weren't. Maybe. No, buy. Right, exactly. Okay, I mean, again, this is the story that we have. Okay, and remember, we can only trade the markets that are in front of us. We can't trade what isn't there. So we need to get our minds right. As Strother Martin said to Paul Newman. Okay, we have to get our minds right. Okay, so that we can make the acceptable trade and be prepared. Okay, and keep ourselves in the game, because of course the defensive capital is the key anyways. Okay, so did everybody else get stopped out of crude? Are you still in crude? Let me know, so I know whether I have to continue to watch it and follow. I'm still in, but that's besides the point. I'm not worried about me. Okay, let me know so we can make a decision on whether to cover or not and watch it. Okay, but you've got this would be what I would suspect, either a make or break time right now coming. Still in. Okay, stop. Okay, so break even, still in. All right, so I've got a mixed group. Okay, some are stopped in, some are out of break even. Okay, fine. Okay, which is not a problem. That's going to be part of it. My stop is still 23 yet. I've not changed anything yet. Okay, but if we don't break from here, okay, I'd like to see it go down one more time and give me a chance to move to break even if I could. Okay, I can see I'm not thrilled with the action right now. See, I can see it looks like it's going to come to the, as we'll call it, the last chance garage, right here. If it goes through here, we could probably kiss our tocheses goodbye for those that are still in. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, 20. That's why I'm at 23. Okay. Look, it makes sense. It's the right trade. Again, I just made it optional, if you wanted to. If you wanted to, I think that, again, I try to make it as simple as possible. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Can't even spell. I better get a new typist. Okay. So in the meantime, we're really just in a very dull period. So is there anything moving? Look at this. I mean, this is barely off the deck, and look at the spike. Look at these. I mean, and you know what the good news is? It's only going to get worse. Okay. That's the good news. It's only going to get worse coming between now and Labor Day. Okay. I don't know if that's good news or not, but that's the news. It's only going to get worse as we continue to see the markets go higher, which is fine, but the lack of interest and volume, which is ridiculous. Okay. This is something that we watch over and over again, because you start to see the repetition, the repeat of patterns. Okay. You can start to recognize the market movement before the market recognizes it. I don't blame you. You're gonna load up the inventory. Me too. I wish I could. I wish I could get an offer sell my damn house. I want to give Xander his own house, and I want to get rid of this monster I'm in. Okay. But again, this is it's a very tough. If you can learn to do well and to survive through these markets right now, you'll be able to trade in any market. Okay, think about that. If you can get through this period, okay, in the next month or so, 3 weeks, whatever it is, and survive, then you can make it any market. This is the worst of any market you're ever going to get. Okay, I mean, it's not. Maybe these are the worst, slow, no volume, fast moving markets are the worst. They don't create enough opportunity, and they give you nothing but a lot of issues and a lot of problems. Okay, that create a tougher environment in general to trade. Okay, so if you can survive through these periods and make money, or at least not lose money, then when the business shows up, you're all that much prepared. Okay, for a better scenario. Okay. In the meantime, we've got nothing. Okay, you've got very little volume. You see a little bit of a spike in the Russell and volume, but not quite enough to do anything. You see nothing in the Dow, nothing in the Nasdaq, very little in the S&P, very little in the euro currency. In the meantime, hopefully your euro currency stop is been moved up substantially. Well, substantially wasn't that big of a trade, but so that you've got profit locked in if you got in. Okay. But these are, again, this is the overall environment. And again, as I tell you all the time, if you can survive this, okay. Now, really, your survival should be trade early and get out and go get the hell out of the market altogether. Okay. That would be, your goal is to try to make some dough early and get out, because it's not going to get better during the day. It's going to get worse. Okay. The conditions are only going to get slower. Now, again, does that mean there won't be? Of course, there's going to be an opportunity here and there, but is your time worth more? Okay. Than sitting there? That's the question you have to ask yourself. What is your time worth versus what's going on? Okay. That is always the key question. Okay. And to me, time is a lot more valuable than staring at something that is less than normal conditions. Okay. So we're getting a drift down here, but no volume to speak of. Okay. The crude is back to a midget winner. Okay. So those who did not move to your stop to break even, please do so now. Okay. Because either they're going down or they're going to come and stick it up your nose on the way back up. Okay. So I am now in at break even. Okay. I might have moved too fast, got stopped out. It's okay. Look you made money. Okay. It's never too soon when you're learning to make money. Okay. It's never too soon to practice and make money. Okay. I'd like to go clean the pool. I'll be there next week. Next Tuesday, I'll be there. Don't worry. I'm not there this week, unfortunately. This week I'm stuck here in this hellhole of Illinois. Okay, but move your stop to break even on the crude. Okay, again, maybe we'll make some money, maybe we won't. We're not going to lose any money today yet. We may, hopefully, we'll get a trade. I don't know if we're going to get another trade or not. Okay, you can see that the trades have been, few and far. All right, stopped out on crude, basically break even. Okay, and so it's another crap break even day. Okay, now do we get something here? What time is it? Maybe you might get something here in the S&P. You might get something here in the euro. Okay, now anybody who's in the euro who is not stopped out, okay, should start to tighten up their stop right now. Okay, why? Because we know this is going to be somewhat close, if not a blow off. We know that already. You can see The volume with a minute to go is already surpassing and jumping. Look at the price. So if you're in this trade, which I'm not, but if you're in this trade, you should be tightening up your stop right now, okay? Because there's more than likely, okay? It's more than likely it'll be a blow off and you'll be getting short, okay? But you don't want this to reverse on you and take away all the profit you've now made if you're still in, okay? Sell yes at 4,500 both hands, okay? Good thing I don't have any hands, okay? So we got stopped out on the euro, I'm on the crude, which is fine, okay? So, maybe we'll get another opportunity. Here's a potential, another opportunity. Now, we didn't make any money, we didn't lose any money. Maybe we will get another shot at it here, okay? And if we do, great, we'll take it, okay? That's the point. So you have one in the euro, okay? It's right there. That's reasonable enough, and you have one potentially in crude as well. So let's look at them both, okay, and see what we get. In the meantime, crude stop, if we do get in, would be 24, excuse me, 24. And the euro stop, if we get in, would be 72. 24 and 72 if we happen to get in. And right now it looks like they're going to enter, both are going to be enterable, okay? As it looks at it right now, both will be potential trades, okay? I'm out of breath. So what happens when I get so tired because I'm not doing anything. That's the toughest part of the business. So this crude trade almost looks like it's going to be a repeat of the last one. Okay. Higher risk, which again, you make your decision if it's too much risk for you. Okay. So, but it is, okay. Oops. Dang it. I'm in at 68 on the crude, and I'm in at 58.5 on the euro currency. Okay. 58.5 and 68. I mean, 60, 98. I guess so my stops in at 24, but that was my other stop. I can't remember. Right, 72, I think. I better put it in just in case while I'm thinking. While I'm checking. Yeah, 72. Okay. Okay. So here we are back in both trades. Okay. Or one of them or the other, whatever. Okay. Again, depending on what you did, it doesn't matter. Okay. And so we've got a crude trade and a euro currency trade, and let's just see if anything else did happen while we were away, and the answer is no. But I would suspect that the Russell is going to be one. That would be my suspicion. Okay. And I would suspect that that would be probably it. Potentially the Dow. Okay, Dow and Russell. And as we go back to our others, which we're still in, okay, and this is going to be a pretty big spot in crude if it can break to the downside, okay, and this is going to be a pretty big spot in the euro currency. Now we're okay, right? We're profitable in both at the moment. Now again, it's not enough to get excited about. It's not enough to say we're going to make any money for sure, but we are in profit in both at the moment. Okay. So in the meantime, let me just go back here for a minute because these are already set. So I don't have to really necessarily, watch them moment to moment. This is a no, and this is a no. Okay. So, all right, we're back, moving on. Okay. And so we'll just go back here. And notice we're holding right where we should, where we don't want, right where we don't want to. And here it did come through, and hopefully it'll stay on the downside of this and continue to work its way lower. Okay. So again, this is what we're doing. This is what we're watching. This is how we deal with it. Okay. And again, nothing that changes. The only thing that changes is, excuse me, the amount of activity in the market, which then gives you the decision on when is it, more, when are you at a higher probability to make any real money? Okay. So we don't know, maybe. This is very close, very, very close. I'm going to pass, but certainly if you want to make it, it's not a problem. It makes sense if you want to buy the Russell. So let's see here. Oops. Yeah, I forget that I have to do this instead of the other. Okay, so here, if you wanted to make a trade in the Russell, the stop would be 22057, 22057. Now you have to look at the amount of risk you're gonna have to take. That's for sure no in my book. Okay, that's a for sure no in my book. I'm not taking, 50 ticks on that trade. Okay, just not enough. Not enough in this environment for me to want to be excited about it. In the meantime, the other two are still small winners. Again, these aren't monsters, right? But they could turn into monsters or they'll probably get stopped. Because again, with the thin conditions that we have, okay, the moves can be accelerated and exaggerated in either direction. Okay. So right now, obviously, we hope the acceleration and the exaggeration comes to the downside. Okay. So in the meantime, tomorrow I'll let you know. I don't know if we're going to be trading tomorrow morning or not. I might be able to work tomorrow afternoon. I may be able to do it in the morning too, but it just depends if I got a meeting, if I can do it from there. But I'll let you know for sure today. But again, as we watch it, we're just, we're popping a little bit here. So we got a tiny loser now in the crude and a tiny winner in the euro. So you can see that all of this jibber jabber and talk is a bunch of crap because there's nothing going on anyways. And that is the story that you have to be prepared with and understand is that's what's going on. Nothing. Okay. So here is where you have to make the decision. Okay. How active do you want to be? Right. So right now we're just hanging out, waiting to see, and we're in real danger in our crude once again. Okay, probably that would be 13. It better stop. The euro currency is fine. It's just not going anywhere fast. Okay, but this is again what you have in this market: the lack of true activity. Okay, which can create winners and losers a lot faster. Okay. Have you thought about the schedule? Yeah, well, it's going to start on the September 8th. Okay, that I already signed. September 8th, Wednesday, September 8th. Okay, go for a hike. Good job. That's the way to go. Good job. Way to do it. Okay. Okay. So here we are, watching and waiting and watching and waiting and annoying as can be. Okay. But this is the market you have. That's again. So when you sit back and you weigh all the conditions and you weigh everything that goes along with it, you certainly can now recognize, hopefully, the things I'm trying to explain to you of when it is more ideal and when it is not more ideal. And this is a time that it is not more ideal. Now, it gets to be big winners, but a big winner trade does not mean that it was a great market to trade in. Okay. Remember, wins and losses are not the defining of the good trading market. Okay. Consistency and the ability to have many trades is the thing that really will define a good market. One trade, if you get lucky and hit it big, or two trades, is not a great trading market. Okay. You got to happen to get lucky and it's the right time. If they are. All right. If they're losers, well, you get one or two shots at it, which is again is not preferable. Okay. That's always the problem. Okay. So that's what you always want to keep in mind is the environment that I'm using to trade in right now, is it a great trading environment? And the answer is no, it is not. Okay. 24. 24. 24. So we're just doing nothing. This is torture. This is painful. Okay. But it's the market we got. Now here, look what's happening. So once again, okay, we're going to get another reversal. This is 100% reversal coming. Okay. I guarantee, I don't know if the price is going to be right, but the buy-in is going to be there. Okay. So now, okay, now move your stop in your euro currency to no worse than break even. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a trailing stop in starting at break even right now. Okay. I'm going to trail it and let it go. If this thing turns out to be a real blow off to the downside, which is what it's going to be. Okay. I will cover, okay, on the way down. And then when it comes time to reverse it, I'll reverse it. But in the meantime, I know that it's coming already. I can see that. Okay. How does price move a lot when volume is like, well, it moves a lot because it takes one or if normally it takes a 5,000 contract order to push a blow off, now it takes a 500 contract order to push a blow off. That's what happens. Okay. Again, the speed based on the current volume gets much faster and it moves much harder and much faster in a thin market because it doesn't, there's not active traders there standing there watching it, trading it. That's why. I just told you what to do on the 60. Okay. I don't answer. I'm anonymous. So if you're whoever it is, either identify yourself or don't ask. I ain't answering. Okay. It's that simple. I've told you that many times. If you show anonymous, don't ask me any questions. I ain't answering. Okay. Because I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're supposed to be here. Of course, it's only 2 more weeks, and then this will be, if you want to be here, you either have to be a member of the class or you're going to have to pay for it. Oh, okay. For you, I used at the time, it was like an 8-tick trailing stop. It was one trading at 50, and I put my stop where I got in at a 58. Okay. Yeah, I always like, I will always answer you, my dear. So the blow off is potentially leaving us, but the big volume is enough for me to take off the profits and work down. Right now, my stop is at 54.5. Okay, which is about a 4-tick profit. It ain't big, but it is what it is. Okay. And right now, look at this. This is the consolidation danger zone of the crude. Okay. Which sucks, but that's what it is. Okay. Is it going to break to the upside, which it certainly looks like it wants to? Okay. So this, you've got 50% of the blow off is blowback. So what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and leave my trailing stop in and let this trade end wherever it ends with the profit of whatever it happens to be. Okay. And I'll be out and on to the next one. Okay. So at the time it was like 8 ticks. Okay. But that trade's going to be over. Now it's not over yet. I'm still in. Okay. But I'm not going to reverse it because it get too much blowback in percentage. Okay. I'm still in the crude, but lucky to be so, but still in. Okay, and we'll see. I'll stay with you for another couple minutes, and we'll see what happens. Okay, but basically, it's another slow, cruddy, crappy day in general. Okay. That is what we have in general. Okay. A slow, crappy, but again, we expect that this time of year. Okay. And remember to check the chat room for the link too, because I mail it and I post it in the chat room. So the link to get here, okay, is always in one of those 2 places. If you don't get it via email, it will be in the chat room. Okay. But in the meantime, so now, my stop in crude is 54.5, and not in crude, I apologize, in euro currency. And here we are waiting and watching and waiting and watching, and, crude, we're still in. So I will report and send in how we end up doing. But I will tell you this, if I do get back to a profit in crude of 10 ticks or more, I am moving that stop to break even. Okay, I will say that now. Right now it's a loser. Right now it's about a 15 tick loser. Okay, but we're still in. But if it gets to a 10 tick winner, okay, I am not taking it off. I'm going to move the stop to break even and see what happens. Okay, and obviously unless we get a blow off or something else happens. But that's how I'm going to play it from now, so you have an idea. In the meantime, I'll see you all. I'll let you know about tomorrow, but for sure Thursday, if not tomorrow. But I will let you know about tomorrow as well, if we're going to be together. In the meantime, have a great day, everybody. Sorry that we can't get any real action, but it is what it is. I can only trade what's here. So we'll see tomorrow, everybody. I will see you Thursday, maybe tomorrow. And I will report in the chat room if I make any adjustments to the current trades that are open, or I get stopped out on the euro currency. I will let you know that as well. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great